Don't buy property around Dangote Refinery until you have watched this video to the end. Hey there, it's another beautiful day in the month of June, and I'm so excited to share this with you. You know, a lot happened in the month of May, and many more is going to happen. It's no longer news that the popular Dangote Refinery is officially functional. Okay, so what does that mean for you? It actually means that you can tap into the wealth around the Dangote Refinery. Okay, so how do you go about tapping into the wealth around the Dangote Refinery? The first best time to buy a property was a couple of years back, and the second best time to buy a property is now. The second best time to buy a property is now because prices of goods and commodities are about to witness a major shift. So, what are we going to talk about in this series? 1. How do you position yourself for wealth around the Dangote Refinery? 2. How do you go about getting properties around the Dangote Refinery, putting into consideration proximity to the refinery? And 3. What will you be doing with your property pending when you finally want to use it for the purpose of which you bought the property? Stay tuned and let's get all the gist. So how do you position yourself for wealth around the Dangote Refinery? The Dangote Refinery is a multi-billion project, and it's about to turn Ibejuleki into a mega city. Again, many other multi-billion infrastructures will want to pitch their tents around the Dangote Refinery, and your business can be one of this. Your business can also provide services to people, so you can actually evolve a service providing business, or you bring in your existing business into the Ibejuleki corridors. That also means that you can own facilities like a hospital, a school, a resource center, a hotel, a parking lot, and what have you. You can even own a mall where you have places like salons, spas, what have you. Okay, you can as well have residential properties where the people who would be working in these places would live. That brings us to the second bullet point. Where do you buy properties in Ibejuleki in proximity to the refinery? Okay, now if you're looking at buying a commercial property, please, you can actually buy anywhere in Ibejuleki, be it close to the refinery or far from the refinery. But if you're looking at buying a residential property, please and please, I repeat, please and please, do not buy residential properties very close to the refinery. Okay, so Ibejuleki is actually divided into major parts: the seaside and the lagoon side. The refinery actually falls on the seaside. So if you're buying properties for residential purposes, the best place to buy is towards the lagoon. And we have so many lovely properties around the lagoon axis, so you can enjoy fresh air from the water side. Now, the reason for not buying around the refinery for residential purposes is obvious: the health hazard associated with pollution from the refinery. Okay, so the best place to buy a residential property is towards the lagoon part of Ibejuleki. There you can get very good properties for residential purposes, and they are also still in close proximity to the refinery. They're not so far away. You can actually journey about 15 to 20 minutes, at most 30 minutes from the refinery. Or better still, you could pitch your residential properties around the Ekpe axis. Ekpe is not very far from the refinery, and so having a residential property there is just a perfect match. So you can easily travel from the Ekpe axis to the refinery. So what would you be doing with your property if you're not yet ready to develop or put up the infrastructures you want to use it for? You can actually farm on your land. Yes, very possible, and you can make massive income or massive return on investment from farming. Well, that would be a topic for another day, but just know it that you can farm on your land, so you don't have to weed every now and then. You can farm crops like potatoes and many other kinds of crops, or even high income yielding fruits that can help you maximize your use of your land. Okay, so people farm on their land and they sell their farm produces on social media and what have you. So you can actually venture into that. That is another way of creating income. I actually did a training a couple of weeks back, and we're taught not to own just like one income. So you can actually leverage on that and have some income coming in, depending when you're ready to maximize your land. Okay, so enough of how you can create wealth around refinery or around the Dangote refinery. Okay, now let's talk about properties you can possibly buy into that can help you create this wealth we're talking about. In Ibejuleki, we have several properties you can buy into and you will make massive return on investment from them. Already, just by owning those properties, you would have positioned yourself for high return on investment, because you're going to buy at a considerably affordable price, and you're also going to sell in a couple of years to come if you want to sell. And if you don't want to sell, you want to develop other infrastructures on it, the value of that land would definitely have become much higher than what you got them at this time. Okay, so interestingly, there is this big news out there. We're looking at selling out properties in bulk and not just a plot or two. So it's an offer that is out there. Okay, we'll talk more about it towards the end of the video. Okay, so what are the properties you have on hand? We have about 6 properties in Ibejuleki, okay, and Ekpe. So I'm going to mention them and then tell you what's obtainable on each of them. To start with, we have a 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex with a maid room. It's actually at the semi-finished stage, but actually you can finish it up and put it out there for short let. Yes, I would also do a video on how much you can make leveraging on short let. Okay, so, and also if you wouldn't want to put it out for short let, you can also live there, because if you own a business close to the refinery, you can actually journey from where this property is in Ibejuleki, Bogija Ibejuleki, to the refinery is just about 15 to 20 minutes drive. So it's really very close to the refinery, and it's perfect for a residential apartment, or residential property rather. Okay, so that is for the duplex. Okay, then we have lands in Ibejuleki. We have our Flora series. Okay, I love to call them Flora series because they have Flora running in all of them. Okay, so we have the Flora City. Flora City is selling for 3 million naira, but you can also get an all-inclusive price of 4.4 million naira. Okay, and it's situated very close to the proposed Lekki Airport and the proposed Fort Mainland Bridge. Okay, then we have the Flora Lagoon Front. Flora Lagoon Front is another upcoming banana island, and I wouldn't want any of you to miss the chance of owning at least half an acre or even an acre in that axis, because you can own things like resorts, relaxation centers, places where people come around, like getaway locations there in the Flora City Lagoon Front. Okay, and then we have the Flora Extension. That is where we're pitching the bulk sale. Guess what? I'm going to give you a huge discount on Flora City Extension, because if you do bulk, you deserve to get massive discount. Okay, so Flora City Extension rather is selling for 1.2 million naira for one plot. But if you happen to buy 18 plots upwards, you'll be getting it for 18 million naira. Okay, don't tell anybody I told you this. It's a very big secret. Okay, so you're going to make huge get huge discount when you buy in bulk. Okay, and then we have our Fadaka City. Yes, our lovely Fadaka City, the eco-friendly city, the city where you have no generators, no connection to national grid, and you have just nature around you, power only from solar. Okay, with forest bathing and what have you. It's also selling for 1.2 million naira. So You can actually live there and work in Ibejuleki because it's just about 15 to 20 minutes drive too from the refinery. Okay, so and then we have Winner City going for 1.5 million naira, and we have other lands too surrounding the Ibejuleki, the refinery, and towards the lagoon side of Ibejuleki. They are perfect for residential purposes, and they are also still very good for commercial purposes. Yes, I forgot to mention that the foracity is specifically built to be a commercial hub, given the fact that it's close to the proposed Lekki airport and the proposed Fort Mainland Bridge. Okay, so what are you waiting for? Start now and start making plans to pitch or to build wealth around the refinery, leveraging on the lands or houses you can get around the Ibejuleki Dangote Refinery. Okay, until I see you next time, I am still your favorite realtor, Confidence. Bye.